Okay, well, good afternoon, PRüF community. It is August 3rd, and we have a community update for you. We have been heads down in the code base, doing more testing and polishing, getting the core contracts ready for audit. The Polygon bridge is completely functional on testnet. The interface is really easy to use. We'll have an important announcement about the bridge next week, so I'm really excited about that. The bridge is a critical first step in launching these staking contracts. Um, we need to have that in place so that we can get them deployed as soon as they are back from audit and open that up for token holders. We are very excited about being able to do that for you guys. Um, this means basically the bridge means that PRÜF tokens can be moved to the Polygon network and back again. This is going to enable dirt cheap instant transactions. It opens the door for future liquidity events, including eventual listing and IDO, profitable trading, things like that. Also, of course, as many of you already know, we were funded and we are working with the Cardano Foundation. We are extending the protocol to the Cardano blockchain. This will open up even more markets, even more possibilities, even more technical capabilities for the protocol. And so we are extremely excited about that. All in all, we've been doing bang up progress here and getting things cleaned up and getting things prepared for the next phase. And we're excited to be able to announce more about that next week as these things get finished up. So anyway, that's about it for as far as update what we're doing here at the PRÜF campus. Other than that, yeah, I wanted to bring something up. First of all, as many of you have noticed, we have moved the games chat over to its own chat, or the actual gameplay over to its own chat. That's a fantastic opportunity for many of you to earn some PRÜF, especially if you missed the airdrop, something like that. The games are relatively simple. We have prizes for first, second, and third place in the games. And just participating in the games, even if you don't win, enters you into the drawing for 10,000 PRÜF, which is a pretty good sized chunk. And we're excited to be able to share that with you. So go ahead and in the main chat there, you'll be able to see when a game is getting ready to start. Participate in those games, win some PRÜF, have some fun, and we hope you enjoy that. And if you have any suggestions, anything like that, anything that you'd like to see, feel free to drop that in there to any of the mods. We're always open to suggestion to make the chat a more engaging and better place for everyone. We're very excited about that. Okay, so other than that, we did want to address. There's been a couple of very vocal, poorly informed people in the chat that have been complaining about the IDO dates or something like that. I just wanted to say, we're doing what's best for the project, what's best for investors, what's best for token values. If you're a token holder and you're frustrated because we haven't had our IDO yet, maybe you should just stop and think a little bit and realize that we're trying to build value for you. So if you're complaining about us trying to create the most value for the project and the most value for your tokens, I think that maybe you should re-examine your priorities, because that kind of seems like a counterproductive position to take, especially if you're not going to bother to inform yourself, catching up on the community updates or finding out what's going on with the project, and are just going to come in and spread FUD in the project. I don't see where that's going to help what you're trying to do. That's certainly not going to get us to IDO any sooner. And IDO is not the goal. I don't know, maybe you guys don't understand, but this is not just like a meme coin project where the whole goal is just to have an IDO and sell a bunch of useless tokens to a bunch of gullible people. That is not the goal of the project. The project is to deploy and implement a protocol across multiple blockchains for the tokenization of physical and digital assets, and everything that entails and everything that implies. We're building value in the ecosystem, in the project, in the token, conserving and building investor values. That's what we're doing. IDO is a step and a small step along that path, and it's not holding us back, honestly. Not really too concerned about token liquidity at this point because our focus is on building out the protocol. So we're focused on what we need to be focused on. And if, as a token holder, if you are a token holder and you're anxious for the IDO, fantastic. I'm also anxious for token liquidity. That would be great. But I'm not going to rush token liquidity at the expense of token value. I'm certainly not going to do it because somebody spreads FUD in the chat that didn't even bother to check the community updates or find out what's going on with the project before they just start spewing garbage. So what I would recommend is that maybe take a step back, ask some questions, ask some intelligent questions, follow up on the updates in the community, and if you don't understand what's going on, feel free to ask. Why are we not doing this now? Why are we waiting? And certainly. I think my track record in the chat says I'd be more than happy to come in there and give you some information when I have a little bit of free time, or one of the other mods or one of the other developers. We're definitely interested in engaging with the community and communicating what we're up to, but don't waste our time. If you're not going to bother to check the community updates, don't go spewing off in the chat and wasting our time when we could be building value for you. Kind of shooting yourself in the foot there, seems to me. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that, and I hope that everybody can use the chat constructively to discuss technical issues, any kind of ideas they might have, where the protocol can be utilized, even just general chatting and having some fun, no problem. Even if you have legitimate criticisms, hey. Totally open to criticism. I'm a human being. All of us are human beings, so we're not perfect. Always open to hear suggestions and criticism, but let's base it in reality. Let's at least do a little bit of research, and let's at least have respect the time of everyone involved by trying to start an intelligent conversation instead of just spewing garbage. That would be fantastic. Anyway, hopefully we can do that, because I'd really like to not have to just start ignoring the chat, because if people are just going to waste my time in there, I can't put that much attention to it. I have a job to do here, and I'm going to focus on that job. So hopefully we can all do that, and yeah, I'm very excited about what the future has to hold. Is it going to take maybe an extra month or two? Maybe, or maybe we will be earlier. It depends on how you're looking at the big picture here. Are we probably going to be behind on our first launch? Probably so. But our first launch is actually going to be launching on 3 different platforms. So we're going to have accomplished a lot more at that point in time, or at least 2 different platforms, than we initially had calculated for. So. As projects evolve and market conditions evolve and technologies evolve, plans are always going to change. When we project out a roadmap, this is just our best guess. This is what we think, knowing what we know today. Obviously, in 2, 3, 4, 6 months, we're going to know more. We're going to know new things. We're going to have new opportunities that we want to take advantage of. Market conditions may be different than when we started. There may be all kinds of different factors that are going to influence the best course of action for the project, for values, for investors, and for holders. Keep that in mind, and let's have a great day out there. As always, I appreciate you guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next community update.